when did you first get the call? And how did you feel?
Well, actually, it was 1979, and I was working in a band with Vince Wilburn, Miles' nephew, and we were rehearsing, developing music for a project that we were going to go in the studio and record for Maurice White, Earth, Wind and Fire. And actually, I wrote a tune called Space, and Miles heard the tune over the phone. Vince played it for him, and he fell in love with the tune and kept calling back and asking Vince to play it over and over again. So actually, I met Miles via phone for several months. I'd be on the phone with him before I met him in person.
And what was his physical shape when you first met him?
When I walked into his place in New York, he was in fairly good shape. He'd had that accident on his hip. He was taking antibiotics every day, but he was in pretty good physical shape, although he hadn't played in a number of years, so his lip was pretty much done.
So, and what were some of your impressions? If you had to take like a snapshot of your years with Miles, what would it be?
Well, it was a time of education for me, because I was the same age that he was when he first started out, around 26 years old. It was the year that I was born. And so here we are, fast forwarding 26 years later. I'm new on the scene. I'm very inexperienced, really, as a player. But I was able to hear, and he appreciated that. And because he had been supported by guys like Charlie Parker and Dizzy Gillespie at a young age, I guess he wanted to reach out to young people and try to give us that same kind of mentoring. And so he was a great, great mentor and a great friend. It was really funny. I found him to be just hilarious. But
everybody says it. Just give us like a couple of quick anecdotes about Miles' sense of humor, which people really don't realize.
Well, the harsh part of Miles that a lot of people get the wrong impression when he would say something really kind of out the box. It was really like a defense mechanism. For example, I don't know if you want to tell this story, but say a woman would walk in the room in the studio and he would say, "No bitches allowed." But if the woman was really, really savvy, she would say something like, "Yeah, I'm a bad bitch." He would say, "Oh yeah?" And they would be friends for life, you know. He would just kind of try you out, and then once he really kind of knew where you're coming from, that you were good people, then he was really cool.